their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Okay, I'm not taking a turn to negative town, even though it's going to sound like it. The 2 interceptions he threw last week, those obviously have to be eliminated, and that was the focus of practice this week. But let's face it, he did throw 3 touchdown passes.
And they got the win.
And they got the win, so I think it was a good week for him to work on things. Had some positives, the win being first and foremost. Now he's just got to eliminate those interceptions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Running left, here's Mitchell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. You look at this Browns defense. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
Now it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield at man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by the former Cal Bear, Aaron Rodgers.
You talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's coming the perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He's able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today.
To the sideline and incomplete. Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So a win here in Baltimore would give them the season sweep. Rodgers going to throw. That's into the hands of Edwards. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Throw left side, he's got Tillman. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. That was a lightning-fast decision that time. He just caught it and got rid of it.
Because he saw his guy was going to be open immediately. So he took the R, the run, out of the play. He took the O, the option, out of the play, and immediately got to the pass.
Shifts by him. 11 more on that one and another first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On that play, it was the defensive front that won the battle. They out-leveraged the offensive line, got into the backfield, and held them to no gain.
Now a 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. Open man, that's Tillman. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Work in the middle of the field, got a man complete. Touchdown, Browns. Cedric Tillman, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 7-0. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Ravens offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been a real threat in the red zone and beyond. As you take a look at the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns by a QB, you'll notice he's worked his way into the top 5 at this point in the season. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Jackson now. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get it down here to the 43. The Ravens at 7-5 now in the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Now Jackson taps this forward. Jet sweep. 2 yards. Good enough for a first.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down. A nice, consistent game.
That's complete. It's Rashad Bateman. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. Second and 10. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 17-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ronnie Hickman with a pick. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He finds his man, complete. It's Edwards. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Second down and a little more than a yard here. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And Chubb fighting, but nowhere to go. He's going to be stopped short of that first down marker. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Rodgers now to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything moving with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be out right at the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there and worked out well.
How about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Out now is a punter, Jordan Stout.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
The Browns offense and their star running back Nick Chubb getting set to take over once more. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category.
So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. And they'll send the tight end in motion here. Now Rodgers.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
In motion, the tight end. Now a play fake. Rodgers under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. Third and 19.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Roquan Smith. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
On 4th down, Corey Bojorquez gets set to punt for Cleveland.
Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 9.
Jackson.
Johnston on a quick slant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. To throw is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They go play action now. Jackson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Zay Flowers
36 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Browns offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. As we take a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns, he is right up there amongst the best in the NFL. The Browns drive about to get started. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Now Rodgers. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. To throw is Rodgers. They set up the screen to Chubb. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. And his throw here is incomplete.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up fourth down. Here's Corey Bojorquez to punt this thing away. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. That is caught. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
That's going to be caught. Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this first half will come to an end.
So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime.
All right, we'll bypass the halftime show in favor of returning to this late season game with the teams coming back from the locker rooms here a bit early.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Oh, and some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game, and he takes a big shot there on the return.
Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Here's Rodgers to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Rodgers. Oh, fires this one downfield for Chubb.
That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Batting that one away in coverage, that was Kyle Hamilton.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Rodgers to return it. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. A short throw caught by Andrews. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
And just shutting him off there. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. He got 29 yards that time.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Henry up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
Ball at the 8 here for 2nd and a yard. Maybe a touch less.
On the counter, it's Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Sliding out of the pocket. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Andrews. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Jackson. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Tucker's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
And now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Now, this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. To throw, it's Rodgers.
Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf.
And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
Well, first catch for Judy. Good for a 1st down.
On play action. Now Rodgers. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 14. A good pickup there, a 22.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice shot. Keeping the toes inbounds.
Previous play is under review.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
And again, it's Rodgers. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerry Jeudy
From 8 yards out.
And the Browns have retaken a 3rd-quarter lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it's capped off by the Browns' touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Ravens offense back out there.
Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Jackson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It's J.O.K. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in there for the sack.
The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just outside his own goal line. And this one will be down by a member of the kicking team at about the 40-yard line.
And that is going to do it
for this third quarter. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4. The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Metcalf motions left.
On play action, Rodgers.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 27. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got to jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The big signal callers would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers.
Completes the pass to Judy on the crossing pattern.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Jerry Judy.
His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Browns are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
That is caught. Rashad Bateman.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance.
Here's Jackson. He'll find Bateman once more. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. And quickly they get to the line. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Play action. Now Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Jackson, option right. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Pretty ideal right there. Keep it yourself, get the first down, and get the heck out of bounds.
And knowing him, I believe he's thinking, I can get a few more yards if I just lower my shoulder. But he also hears that second voice in his head. His head coach and probably his agent, too, saying, get out of bounds, man. Don't do that.
Jackson now.
Touchdown! Mark Andrews from 6 yards away. And the Ravens have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now a big play here as the Ravens are going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. A turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. And remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team. And he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
And that'll be a free 5 yards for the offense.
Just like a tennis match, that's just an unforced error. Stay alert, don't jump early, and give them free yardage.
Rodgers going to throw. Being chased out left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Now Rodgers.
Open man, he completes it to Judy.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now a stoppage, and we've got Chubb shaken up on the play. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. On the ground, it's Ford. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39.
50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in fourth down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's fourth down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
Rodgers going to go on fourth down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that fourth down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle.
And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Again, they turn to Ford, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
That was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Here's 1st and 10. Jackson.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped.
Oh, my goodness. There was no one around him, but he took his eye off it, and it falls incomplete. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Here's Jackson.
Flushed out right.
Connecting with Andrews.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Now Jackson. Pass home in by Johnston.
And he's got this down to the 35.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing. Jackson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete.
And remember now, a field goal does you no good. This is touchdown or bust territory. So they took a late shot for the end zone, but the defense, as they've been all game long, up to the task.
Jackson. Oh, and that nearly ended it. That should have been intercepted, but he cannot corral it, and that is a lifeline there with third down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. So this defense, they looked a little shaky to start the drive, but bottom line, they're a play away from finishing it off.
They rocked them a little bit on this drive, didn't they? But as you and I both know, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. They have a chance to end it right here.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this Browns defense stands tall. Rodgers will take a knee here, and that should be all she wrote.
Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So for the Browns, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they can ill afford to drop too many more as they fall to 7-6 on the year. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals.